Hi, this video is for the guys that are like younger me. Because when I was really young, and I'm talking about 12 to 13 years old, I couldn't pack on muscle. I tried all of the different styles of working out to build muscle as a skinny guy. I tried bulking as hard as possible. I tried to shove food down my throat to get in the calories, but still nothing worked. So this video is going to be a older brother to younger brother, even if you are older than me and you want to learn how to gain a huge amount of muscle as a skinny guy. And let me just warn you, I'm not going to go easy on you as all of the other fitness influencers, because they want you to watch their videos. If I tell you the things that I need to tell you and you just click off, I'll be satisfied, because I know you heard what you needed to hear. So let's get into it. First, let's get into the common misconception that skinny guys have it really hard to pack on muscle. No, everyone was going easy on you. Everyone was telling you how hard it is. Poor little guy, you are a skinny guy, it's really hard for you to build muscle, it's really hard for you to build big chest because you are going to be flat until the rest of your life. No, you have it easier. And if you are young, I'm talking 12 to 13 years old, and your puberty, or how is it called, didn't even hit you enough for you to grow substantial amount of muscle, that's the time you need to start working out. That's the time you need to lock in. That's what I did, and look at me now. I am super strong. I can like dip 105 kilograms just with calisthenics. I haven't even been adding weight to my exercises until like 2 years ago or a year ago. So the substantial amount of progress that I made by working out in my room with just a pull-up bar, I think I had dip bar and a pair of parallettes. That's all I had, and I built an amazing physique. So now I'm going to tell you about your diet. First, this is super simple. I'm going to get over it in like 2 minutes, and then and then I'm going to get deep into your training. How long, how often, and what time of the day, and what type of exercises you should do, how you should train the exercises, how many reps per exercise, and stuff like that. First, your diet. This is a dieting hack that I tell to every single person, and also I'm going to tell to you. It's called eat the foods that are the ingredient on its own. Because you can't pack on muscle if you have low testosterone. You can't pack on muscle if you eat a bunch of food, but you eat shit. Like you go to McDonald's and you are like, oh, this is a bunch of calories, that's good for you. No, that's not good for you. I'm going to explain you every single detail of my diet that I had to bulk. So the first thing is that you shouldn't be focusing on the bulk. You need to get comfortable with the fact that you are never going to be huge, that you are going to be huge, muscular, but you are not going to be huge like a bunch of body fat. It's going to be really, really hard for you to get above 10%. I am bulking right now, and I've been bulking for like a year, and I've never managed to pack on muscle. That's also probably because I spend a lot of time outside, and I also make money by working manual jobs. So it's almost impossible for me to be higher than like 7% body fat. So the first thing you should be trying to do is that you should be trying to eat foods as soon as you wake up, like an hour after you wake up. You want to optimize protein muscle synthesis. I recommend you, because I'm not a big of a professional at this, you should watch a video from some other like big bodybuilder to how to optimize protein muscle synthesis. But it is eat protein in certain times of the day, which suits for you, and you should try to eat as many times during the day as possible. And also you should try to eat until you are like decently full, but these are not things that I need to explain. What I need to explain, that you shouldn't eat 2 hours before going to bed. And you're like, why? But when I eat before going to bed, isn't that another meal? No, because if you eat food before going to bed right away or in between an hour, it's going to cause the food to not be used to build muscle and to pack on fat. It's going to be used, do you know for what? As calories to heat up your body when you sleep. Because when you sleep, your body produces heat, so you don't like freeze. So that's the important part. And if you tend to run hot during the night, like you wake up like me, like, oh, it's so hot, I need to like open the window or turn on the air conditioning. That's why you really, really shouldn't eat foods right before you go to sleep. And the dieting hack, eat the foods that are the ingredient on its own. It is, don't eat, for example, protein bars. Although it's going to be like, oh, that's 20 grams of protein. No, because they cheat the protein by putting in some other different chemicals, and then on the stat it shows you that, oh, there is 25 grams of protein and there is like 5 grams of useful protein. So there is a massive difference. If you eat steak and 5 protein bars, guess from what you are going to get more protein, more usable protein. Of course, from the steak, it's like, duh. And also, when you try to bulk, this is a quick tip, you are going to use a bunch of oils. And you shouldn't use seed oils, because the calories from the seed oils are not going to go into your fat. They are going to go into stuff like your brain and your muscles. And seed oils are also really bad for testosterone. So this is canola oil, rapeseed oil, and oils like this. The only like seed oil that is really good is olive oil. So use olive oil, ghee, butter, and my all-time favorite is lard. Or how is it called? Lard is like, you have a pig, then you kill it, and then you extract the oil, or how is it called? The fat, and you extract the fat from the animal, and this animal fat is the best for bulking, and you shouldn't like eat it like with a spoon or something, but when you go and cook your eggs, put a big chunk of that in there, nicely mix it. It has a weird taste, it literally tastes like pig, but fuck the taste. You are going to gain a lot of usable fat. And also eating the foods that are the ingredients on its own. Let's get into that really quickly. That is not eating processed foods essentially. So not eating stuff like cereal. Try to limit carbs actually. When you are bulking, people like eat cake and stuff, but you are not going to gain useful fat or useful muscle. You are going to gain the type of fat that literally stores estrogenics in it. Like it literally stores estrogen, the opposite of testosterone, because to build more muscle, you need to increase your testosterone. So have a look into that. Because a really important part of gaining muscle, it is to increase your testosterone. If you really want to try that out, because that helped me a lot when I started using this diet and also implemented a lot of the things that I taught in I think it's a 30-minute video. It's a really in-depth explanation of all of the stuff like receipts that you shouldn't touch, receipts from the store, or tap water, getting into that, getting into supplements, getting into sunlight, getting into different types of exercise that is optimal for testosterone. So check the video out, it is going to be the first link in the description. Now let's get into the actual training. The disclaimer for this is you are going to be training hard. It's going to be the hardest type of training you ever experienced. But it's not going to be like a 4-hour arm workout or an 8-hour arm workout or something. It's going to be an hour-long workout. Now I work out for 2 hours or sometimes even more. But what you should do is you should prioritize training as hard as possible, and I'm going to explain you how. So, you are going to pick an exercise, for example, pull-ups, that you can do for 8 reps. So let's say it is high pull-ups, like explosive pull-ups until like your nipples. That is good. You need to pick an exercise that you can do 8 reps with, or 8 to 15 reps. Yeah, that's the ratio. 8 to 15 reps you can do with this exercise. Then you go and do that exercise until failure, absolute failure. So let's say you reach 14, or let's say you reach 13 reps. But don't try to then cheat the last reps. No, if you can't perform another rep, like this is how your last pull-up looks like, go try another one, but don't like do this and then like do half reps. No, you are going to drop down from the bar and count 6 deep breaths. So we are really exhausted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, this is going to be around 10 seconds, jump on the bar again and perform the exact same exercise that you just did again until failure. What this does, that it makes 2 sets for failure, or this one set has the equivalent of 3 sets until failure, because you have a set till failure, short rest break, and another set till failure. And this set is for 2 normal until failure sets. If you don't want to suffer, you can put these 3 sets into one. Yeah. So this is how you optimize your workout, and you should do 3 of these for every single exercise. By the way, what I do and what I did in the exercise called dips, like normal, bam, bam, regular dips with weight, is that I would do dips until failure with 50 kilograms. This is like a big weight, yeah. I did 14, let's say. Then I would I would stay the 50 kilograms, do the 6 deep breaths. This is going to be really complicated, by the way. This is when I grew the most muscle. So listen up, buddy. And you go another set till failure. So now you can do only like 4. But the more you can do actually, the better your recovery is going to get. Now my recovery is that I can do a set of 14, bam, 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 until failure. Now the 14 is going to be with 60 or 70 kilograms. Not 70, but yeah, 60 kilograms. And then I can drop down, take a 10-second rest break, and don't do 14, but let's say 10. I get really close to the second number because my recovery increased rapidly. So now you did 14 pull-ups, now you can do, let's say, 5. What you then do is that you decrease the weight. So yeah, back to the point. Now I done the second set with 50 kilograms. I throw out 10 kilograms, so now it's 40, and I do, by the way, when I switch the weight, it is more like a 20 to 30 second rest break actually. It is a long one. Then I do the dips, bam, 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 till failure. Then the 10-minute, then second rest break, boom, do that again. Throw out a 20 kilogram plate. Then with 20 kilograms do also 2 sets, then drop the belt completely and do really deep, like really stretched position dips until failure again, and then do like regular dips, 90-degree angle until failure again. And then I dropped down and did push-ups till failure. This is a workout. If you can manage this type of pain, you can only do 1 set per exercise. But the warm-up is quite difficult because you need to build up to that weight and then perform the set. Because if you perform this set, you are never going to be in that day able to do that kind of set again. So just switch to a completely different exercise. And if you are still watching, I'm going to teach you one concept of working out. You can skip to this part of the video if you are not under 13 years old or 14 years old. So you don't have puberty if you are still watching right now. Your puberty still didn't hit. And you are wondering why are you not growing muscle. This is the time that you have to lock in. This is the time when you are going to go hard on increasing your testosterone. And you can say, oh, I'm young, I shouldn't be focusing on increasing testosterone. Bullshit, you are going to thank me when you do that. So prioritize increasing testosterone and working as hard as you can. Because when puberty hits, all of the hard work that you did to build muscle is going to finally pay off. So there is like a bucket that you load up with water constantly. Like let's say you put a cup of water into there every time you hit a really hard workout. And when puberty hits, someone is going to go there and kick the bucket and all of the water is going to spill out. And all of the water is progress. And every single time you hit a hard workout, you pour into the bucket, but a little bit spills out of the bucket, like you pour it halfway. So you are going to see some results immediately, but the results are still waiting in the bucket. And if you fill the bucket, the more you fill the bucket, that's what I'm trying to say, the more water is going to spill out, and the more rapidly you are going to grow muscle. When this happened, when I filled the bucket to the brim, and if you actually fill it to the brim, it's going to start overflowing and you are going to start seeing the progress even sooner. And then you can kick the bucket. It there is that sounded weird, but yeah, you can spill the bucket and all of the water is going to spill out and you are going to make a ton of gains. I'm going to go build two pictures on the screen right before my puberty hit, and the second one is after my puberty hit. These pictures are going to be 2 to 3 months apart, and I saw a shit ton of progress in there. And now I just kept working really, really hard. And the really important part is not to slack, guys. Please don't slack in your workout journey. Never, never, ever. Because building muscle doesn't work like this. It doesn't work by you hit a workout and your muscles get bigger the next day. No, it doesn't work like that. It works almost like you hit a workout and the muscles appear 3 months later. So the workout that you did now is for your future self. The workouts that I did 3 months ago are paying off now. The hard workout I did today is going to pay off 3 months later. And 3 months later is a powerlifting competition, a national powerlifting competition. I didn't do powerlifting. I just started doing it like 4 weeks ago, and I'm going to take the national record for bench press because yeah, I'm really strong in bench press because 105 kilogram dip equals 120 kilogram bench press. Yeah. So if you are still watching, I hope this video got you motivated, because there is a really slim part between getting motivated and getting demotivated from somebody showing you their progress. So I hope this video got you motivated, and I hope I'm going to get a bunch of new competition because I don't know who can I compete with. I was searching up like dip world record at 16 or 15 years old, and the most a guy could dip, I think he was 17, was 88 kilograms. Like, I was dipping that when I was 14. So there is no fucking competition for me. So please be my competition if you are 12 years old, like younger me, get really, really strong and beat me. Please. Okay, bye.